Hi, Instagram and Facebook Live. This is Elizabeth Cermak from Your Highest Light, here with Prudence as we are every Friday to talk to you about your favorite topic and mine, attracting more beautiful things into your life. And we do free tarot card readings. We also do a group tarot card reading. And today we're going to be talking about, hi Erica, I'm sorry I lost you. I didn't know I had started before. So we're talking about spirituality and our kids today. So it's kind of a tough topic. I struggled whether or not I wanted to talk about this because I'm going to talk a little bit about what happened in Florida, the tragedy that happened in Florida last week on Valentine's Day. So we're going to talk a little bit about that and kind of what I think I can offer in that realm. Okay? And then we're also going to always end with a tarot card reading. So if you want a card pulled for you at the end, just let me know. You can let me know in the comments below because we'll get to that at the end of our call. Okay? So let's get started. And this is for anybody. This really is for anybody. This is for anybody looking for their soul purpose. Now, I'm talking lately a lot about getting people. Okay, Erica, definitely I will. I'm glad you're here. I'll pull one for you at the end. I'm here. I've been talking recently a lot about getting people in touch with their soul purpose. And that's kind of what I feel is my mission here, to help women and men, actually, citizens, I'll call them, to help them get in touch with their soul purpose, to help them see that there's nothing to fear in this world, that there's nothing to fear, that there's only things only to be loved. So that is kind of what my purpose is. And so anybody who's watching this about spirituality and kids, even if you don't have kids, I don't have kids, but this is for you still, because you can still make a difference in some child's life. So I don't care if you're a neighbor, if you're an aunt, an uncle. I say I do have kids because I have two little girls. They're adult girls now, two nieces. But I also worked at a school for 7 years. I was a middle school counselor, and those were my kids too. And I still have clients who are kids, so they're my kids. So that's why I say in this that these are all of our kids, and that's how we need to look at this. We can't let all the responsibility lie on the parents or on the teachers. We need to look at this in a holistic perspective. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about kind of what my perspective is on what is happening. So, okay, so it looks like we're good. We got a lot of joiners. Good. So I'm going to get started. Like I said, today we're talking about spirituality and our kids. I overuse the word kids. I sometimes call my students in my class who are older than me by accident kids. So I tend to, but I wouldn't mind. I don't mind being called a kid. So I kind of overuse the word kids, but I'm talking about anybody 18 and under. And specifically, I'm going to be talking about what happened in Parkland, Florida. So I'm going to read a quote to you from A Course in Miracles, and this describes the teachers of God. So it says, they come from all over the world. They come from all religions and no religion. They are the ones who have answered, the call is universal. So I'm going to read that again. And think of the teachers of God. Sometimes we misinterpret the word God as well. So I think of it as the teachers of love. Okay, so let's replace God with the word love and think about the teachers of love. They come from all over the world. They come from all religions and no religion. They are the ones who have answered, the call is universal. So that's you. You are the teachers of God, okay? So, like I said, if you have any interest in finding your soul's purpose and making the world a better place, this topic is for you. You could come in contact with a kid any point in your life when you go to Walmart. I don't care what it is that you do. You are making contact with other people, and you are part of the whole community. So this is just something I wrote that I'm going to read. This goes out to all the parents, teachers, mentors, counselors, neighbors, aunts, uncles out there, grandparents. It says, you are the teachers of God. You are called to be priests and priestesses. Your role is unique to what only you can teach. I bow to you and the power that you hold. So your role is unique. You know, it says in A Course in Miracles that everybody has an individualized curriculum. So what I'm going to talk about today is how to help kids with spirituality, but your role is unique. You might do this in your own way. You are priests and priestesses yourself, so you have to find your own creative way of doing this, okay? So, like I said, this is in light of the recent tragedy that happened in Parkland, Florida. My heart and soul has been called to this, I think, as everybody else's has been, just asking, what can I do? What could have been different? What could I do? And my expertise is in mental health and spirituality, and so that's kind of where I'm going to shed some light on the topic. I also worked, like I said, in a middle school for 7 years, so I know something about teenagers. It's probably to nobody's surprise that I feel that mental health and spirituality is where the answer lies. Along with, I don't believe it's only that, though. I have to say that. I do believe there's other things that need to be changed on a holistic level to make the system better. But first let me say, I know there's a lot of talk in Florida about how Florida is the last state in mental health, that they're the last state in mental health funds. I do believe that mental health is important, but in many ways, I also believe that mental health has failed us. So I don't believe we can only rely on the mental health field. Just like we can't rely only on teachers, we can't rely only on parents. The mental health field has fallen prey to insurance companies. So I'm going to read some of this because I want to make sure that I get it out. So the mental health has fallen victim to insurance companies, unfortunately, and we are forced to give quick Band-Aid therapies that cannot look at underlying issues. So this problem is a holistic issue, and it can't fall in the mental health field alone, like I said. This is not an issue where we could take one kid out of the system, out of the school, give him treatment, and then put him back in. It just wouldn't work. It has to be the system. The system needs to be fixed. So hi, everybody. We're talking about mental health and kids, and we're talking about the recent tragedy that happened in Florida and kind of my take on how we can make a difference. So one thing that really stood out to me when I was watching some of the videos that came out, the videos of some of the kids were taping things on their phone, was one of the classrooms where the SWAT team had entered the classroom, right? And the kids, you could see the teacher was terrified, the kids were all terrified, and the SWAT team said, raise your hands in the air, raise your hands in the air. And you could see there was probably about 20 kids, and you could see that there was one kid whose hands were like this. They were trembling. And all the other 20 kids were like, their hands were in the air like that. And this is something that just stuck in my brain. I can't believe I can talk about it without crying. That's a good thing. So I know from my mental health background that the kid who had his hands trembling, I don't know if it was, I didn't look closely to see if it was a girl or boy, but the kid who had her hands trembling in the air is probably more prone to PTSD, to anxiety, to depression, So the kid who had because that kid was obviously a more sensitive kid, that kid was obviously, not that the other kids weren't afraid, they were, but that kid was, you could see the trembling and for it to affect your body like that. But let me ask you this. Which kid was thinking more rationally? Which kid in that situation was thinking more rationally? The kid with their hands trembling or the kid with their arms in the air? Because in cognitive behavioral therapy, the kind of therapy we are forced to give in mental health, we teach people to think about things from a rational perspective in order to decrease anxiety. The problem is, it is perfectly rational to be depressed and anxious in this world. The kid who's depressed and anxious is rational. The kid with trembling hands was perfectly rational and perfectly sane. So the only thing that can help with this rational fear that we have, that kids have in this world, is deeply held spiritual beliefs. And these beliefs that will save our kids can be obtained through meditation, yoga, and prayer. Our kids are very open to it. Our kids are very open to this stuff. This is, there's a spiritual uprising going on in the world. Our kids are very open to this stuff. And it's not to say that this stuff isn't being introduced into the schools. It is. It just needs to be part of the daily practice. It needs to be part of what they do as much as they do math and reading. So, it's I think our adults struggle with it sometimes more than kids. And we've been made to be afraid to talk about religion and spirituality to our kids. And I really believe that that our kids today are spiritually starving, that they need a spiritual backdrop to decrease their very rational fear. So teachers, parents, aunts, uncles, mentors, I'm talking to all of you. Don't be afraid to have a spiritual conversation with your kids. You don't have to have the answers. I think that's sometimes scary because kids, especially little kids, they ask these crazy questions that you don't know how to answer. I remember my niece, I'm going to call her out, Shaylin, when she was little, she would ask just the craziest questions and you wouldn't really know how to answer them. But don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to say you don't know the answer. Don't be afraid to pray with them. Don't be afraid to meditate with them. And don't be afraid to talk about death and to get clear on their own beliefs. They say you should meditate with kids. How many minutes would be equal to how old they are? So if you have a 7-year-old kid, you meditate with them for 7 minutes. And you tell them just to sit. We're going to sit in silence and think about love. That's all you do. Okay? So kids are very naturally very spiritual. They'll probably throw you off. Introduce them to meditation, and they will probably be able to give you some of the answers. Okay? So like I said, it's okay not to know. I have to say, and this is not to say, I know that people, some people the criminal behavior sometimes is beyond a lot of what I'm talking about, because this is a holistic perspective. This is something for the whole school. I know that a daily meditation practice will help all the kids in that school. But you have to wonder even about the perpetrator, and like his mom had died, I know, a year earlier, and you have to wonder if he had been brought up with these beliefs, if he was brought up to think about death and to be taught that his mom's soul is with him and that your soul is alive, and if he was taught and brought up in a school that practiced meditation every day, if it would have changed things. I'm not saying that it would have for sure. I'm talking more, really, this is more about the kids. This is really more about the victims and the survivors that I'm talking about, but it's something that I have to wonder. I really think we're scared to bring spirituality into our schools. It's getting better. When I worked in a school as a school counselor, it was only, I can't remember how many years ago now. It was only probably 7 years ago or 5 years ago, maybe. It was not good. I was scared to talk about meditation, and I just want to encourage people not to be scared. I just think that we're scared to bring spirituality. We're scared to call yoga. I see this all the time. People are scared to call yoga more than just exercise. Yoga is more than just exercise. Yoga and meditation are spiritual mind trainings that teach us to identify with love and one another instead of the fear of this world. They help us to look at the fear and transcend to the peace that lies only beyond this world. So it is a spiritual practice. Don't be afraid to say that. And I have to say, the beautiful thing is the souls of those 17 people that were killed, that they still live with us. I think that's very clear when you look at all the candle vigils and all the things where they were going on. But let's teach the kids still alive, the kids with us or the kids in Florida, just teach those kids that survived that not only that we will not forget those kids, which is true, I think it's important, and the adults who gave their lives, but that we will change things, and that we will be brave, and that we will shine our light, and in turn we will give them permission to shine theirs. So I'm just going to end the first part of this with a little prayer, prayers for peace to all the victims, to their families, their friends, the community, all of our schools, our country, our world. We are all one. That's why we all feel this. So we are all one. And as one, we will fix this. We are teachers of God, and we have heard the call. Okay, so that is kind of the end of that. And the one thing that I did want to talk about that I hadn't written down is my sister. I got to give a shout out to my sister. She is one of my heroes. She's an art teacher at a middle school, and she did this years ago. She implemented a program in her school that talks about Native American values. It's called the different spirits. So spirit of mastery. I can't remember all of them right now. And she incorporated this as a curriculum into her school, so all the kids have access to this, and it's changed the environment of her school. So I'm so proud of her. When she first started doing this, hi there everybody. When she first started doing this, she got some backlash saying that it sounded religious or sounded spiritual. The spirit of it was spiritual. It's Native American, but she had to kind of get around it and say that it wasn't for her in order to implement it in the school. But she did, and she was really able to change the atmosphere of her school, and what a difference that made. So this is kind of a shout out to her, because I know that everybody who works in a school especially has been touched by what happened. So okay, so we're going to change topics now. We're going to change to something a little bit lighter. Hi, Sami. Hi, Julie. Hi, Katie. So good to see everybody. I know Erica said she wanted a card pulled for her. This is my favorite part of my week, honestly, is seeing you guys and doing this. I love it. I never thought I would. Prudence. I know. Look at her. She's blending in with my white sweater today. She is, she gets really relaxed when I do these. Okay, so we're going to do a card for the weekend. We're going to do, I'm addicted. I was going to do another deck, but I don't know. I'm addicted to Animal Tarot. So we're going to do a card. We're going to pull a card for today, tomorrow, and Sunday. And then we're going to have, okay, Katie wants a card too. Cool. So we're going to pull a card for a couple people who are asking for one. And if we only have a couple, I might be able to pull two for everybody who's asking. Because I have Gabby Bernstein's Universe Has Your Back deck here as well. Okay. So today, the first card is going to be for today, Friday. Oh, the week went by so fast. Okay, so this is for today. This is for everybody who's watching. This is for anybody who watches this now or later. This is the second card is going to be for Saturday, which is tomorrow. And then the third card is for Sunday. Okay, so I would have to show I love the little cat on the front. Okay, so for today, okay, we get the Two of Autumn. I've gotten this card a couple times recently. It says, you may be under stress because of multiple jobs or too many responsibilities for one person to manage. It's important to balance your work and personal life and bring a spirit of fun to all you do. So I think it's so important that when we're under stress that we start looking at things from a lighter perspective and we start having fun, which is a perfect time for Friday, right? So this is telling me that some people watching might be under stress, right? Surprise, surprise, maybe working too many jobs. You know, just to make sure that you're balancing it out. You're balancing your work and private life. It's so, or personal life. It's so easy to get caught up in work, think I have to do everything. And then when you take a break, you're like, oh, I didn't have to do that. It was actually, this is good for me to do, take a break. This happens with my husband and I. We both are kind of like work. And if we make ourselves go see a movie, we think we have no time. We like to go see movies. And if we force ourselves, it sounds weird that we have to force ourselves to do it, but when we do, it's like, oh my gosh, I needed this. It's just like, gives you just time to turn your brain off and relax. So maybe that is kind of telling me that we need, a lot of my viewers might need to kind of turn your brain off and relax, have fun, do something fun this Friday with your family or friends. Okay, cool. I don't even looked at the weather, so I'm not sure what this weekend's supposed to be like. But for Saturday, we got the sun, which is a bluebird. So it's been warming up. And so for Saturday, it says your plans will work out well, bring you happiness, prosperity, and success. You'll garner the recognition for your accomplishments you so richly desire. So this is an awesome card for Saturday, the sun. And so both cards are kind of about fun. So this weekend, let's have fun, okay? And then, I get this one. I keep getting this one too, the Ace of Spring. So aces are always about new beginning for Sunday. Aces are always about beginnings. So this is the White Tiger. I love this card because I like the crescent moon in the background. This is for everybody. Yes, this is just a weekend reading for everybody watching. Okay, so White Tiger. So it says for Sunday, a wonderful new opportunity presents itself. It might come as a surprise, but you'll still want to leap into action and passionately pursue every possibility. So be on the lookout. Be aware for Sunday, a new opportunity that's coming your way, and leap on it. Do it. Don't just let it pass by. A lot of times, we think that we haven't had any opportunities in our lives. We think we haven't had any opportunities for relationships or whatever, and that they've been there. We just haven't been aware of them. So this is Friday and Saturday is really talking about having fun, incorporating more fun into your life. And then Sunday is about leaping into action, into a new project, which is interesting because usually it's backwards. Usually Sunday is more about relaxing, but this Sunday is more about leaping into a new project. I would say joyfully. So like we're learning how to do this joyfully today and tomorrow. So Sunday, whatever new project you have, do it joyfully. Don't just start it like with fear or with hesitation. Okay. All right. So we have Erica who wanted a card pulled for her. So I think what I'm going to do is pull a card from the Animal Tarot, and then I'm going to also pull one for the Universe Has Your Back for people who want their cards pulled for them. So this card is going to be for Erica from Animal Tarot, and then we're going to pull her Universe Has Your Back one as well. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle them real good. I hope everybody is having an awesome Friday. Okay, Erica, what do we have for you? No, they're kind of quiet today. The angels are quiet. Your angels are quiet. We wanted to speak up. Okay, so you got the Princess of Winter, the seagull. And this says, and a lot of times when I do individual readings for people on here, it tends to be for everybody. So this probably, other people will probably be able to relate to this. This says, this is an intellectual challenge that calls upon your ability to think of a matching solution. If helpful information is put to you bluntly, accept the message without being bothered by the messenger. This card cracks me up. I tend to take things personally, so this card helps me a lot. This means that there's somebody in your life who might be giving you a message that's kind of blunt and maybe not like wouldn't be the way that you would say it, but just don't shoot the messenger and take the message seriously, and get over the fact that she or he might be kind of rude. Might be kind of rude about it. Just take what they say and move on. I would say take what you can out of the situation and then move on. I had a situation like that recently. So it just says, it's a challenge that you're having, an intellectual challenge. So the helpful information that you have could definitely be put to you very bluntly, and just be open to that, okay? Okay, so now we're going to do a Universe Has Your Back card as well. And these are oracle cards. They're kind of different from tarot. The animal ones are tarot cards. Oracle cards are more of messages. I think with this, there's 52. And tarot cards tend to follow a specific, hi Moon Shadow, so good to see you. A specific process, we should say. Okay. So you got, I am the dreamer of my dream. I love this one. And actually, on the box of the Universe Has Your Back deck, it says you are the dreamer of your dream. So this is kind of like the biggest message in this whole deck, is that you are the dreamer of your dream, meaning that you have access to everything. You have power. You have the control. You can dream your own dream. And I know that about you, Erica. I already know that about you. You got some, you are the dreamer of your dream. Okay, so I don't think any more needs to be said. Okay, so that's awesome. Okay, so now we had Katie ask for a card, so we're going to pull a card for her. So good to see everybody. Sami, Moon Shadows, Katie, Julie. Okay, so this one's for Katie. Katie. Okay, so for Katie, you got the King of Autumn, the Gypsy Warner horse. This is a beautiful card. I love autumn, so I just kind of love this card because this looks like autumn. It says everything's going to turn out great. Projects will be stunningly successful. Exciting new career opportunities are possible, and money or resources that come your way will be invested wisely. So autumn's tends to be about physical things. It's the same as Earth. So as the suit of Earth. So this means that things are turning out well in your life, and you're going to be provided for, like financially, physically, all those things. It doesn't mean that will happen in fall. That's just the suit of the cards. That's just what it's called. So it's just kind of an element that we want to bring into our lives every day. Okay, so it's like physical possessions and things that are around us, they're in our life every day. So this means that everything is going to turn out great and that projects are successful. And this is telling me very soon. Okay? Okay, so if things are not going well right now, that means that if there's things that you are working on, that they are going to work out. So if you have any new ideas, or if there's something that you're working on, be open to that. Especially, it might be coming, when we talked about Sunday, you might have a new idea or a new project that you'll be starting. So maybe we could talk privately too, okay? So, but it does say that everything's going to turn out great. So maybe this card, if things are not going well in your life right now, this card is telling you that not to worry about it, because everything is going to be okay. So, I think, I know a lot of us go at this time in our life where it seems like all of our areas in our life are just falling apart. And right when that happens, it's like, okay, you realize, what's really important, and things do end up turning out okay. So that's really what it's telling me, and not to get caught up in negative mindset, negative worry, to try to focus on what is going right in your life, to focus on what you want and what you want more of. Okay? Okay. So focusing on gratitude, that is a great way to start. Focusing on what you like I said, what is going right, even if it doesn't feel like anything is going right. But this is telling me really not to worry, that things are going to be okay. Okay? I hope that helps, Katie. But I'm going to give you another card that's going to hopefully help us, give us more information. This is going to be, okay, Julie, you want a card too? Yes. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Katie, that was a really good card. I have to tell you, not all cards are that good. So that's giving me a positive, that should be able to give you a positive, some hope there. Okay, so I'm going to give you a card from Gabby Bernstein. This is The Universe Has Your Back deck. This is from an Oracle card. Okay. This is for Katie, and then after Katie, we're going to do Julie. Happiness is my birthright. What an awesome card for you, Katie. Happiness is my birthright. So this is basically saying that your happiness is your birthright. This is saying that you have a right to be happy. So if you're not happy in whatever areas of your life, maybe it's every area of your life, maybe just pick one and know that you deserve happiness. You deserve to be happy. I think a lot of us think that we should be in careers that, that we're stuck in jobs that we hate. For a long time, I was in a job that I didn't like, and I thought that I just had to be in, because that's how life was, but you deserve to be happy. You deserve to be abundant. You deserve to be healthy. You deserve to have a good relationship. So all of these things you deserve. And I think if we look at it, if we wake up every day and say, happiness is my birthright, I deserve to be happy. It's not selfish. It's actually helping other people as well, helping people around you. So happiness is my birthright. I hope you remember that, Katie. I could always email you, or I could always send you a message with a picture of the card if you want me to. Okay, remember that. Put that on your mirror. Okay, so I know Julie, I think 1 and 1 too, right? Hi, Daisy. You're welcome, Katie. Okay, so Julie, this is for Julie. This is from Animal Tarot, the first one. The deck that I'm addicted to. I didn't think I would like this deck so much because it seems kind of silly. But good, Katie, I hope you do. But I really like this deck, so I'm addicted to it. So we're going to keep doing it. So this one is for Julie. Julie. Okay, Julie, you got us the Star. This is a good card. This is a major arcana card. So this is telling me something more, this is talking about more major life issues instead of day to day. It says you are about to take a big leap forward with your life. Worry will be replaced with optimism, fear with hope, and joy is coming home to roost. Okay, so worry will be replaced with optimism, fear with hope. So this is saying that this is kind of talking the same card like that we got on Sunday about taking that leap of faith. It sounds like you're going to be taking a leap of faith in your life, and that worry is going to be replaced with optimism. So a lot of times cards are saying, you need to take control of this. You need to stop worrying. You need to change your thoughts around. But this is actually saying that worry is going to be replaced with optimism. So stop struggling. Stop trying to change the worrying. It's going to be replaced. I think sometimes we struggle too much with that anyway. You're welcome, Julie. Okay, so I'm going to pull one for you, too, from Gabby's The Universe Has Your Back. I think they complement each other well. I'm going to pull one from The Universe Has Your Back. This is for Julie. Okay, so this is for Julie. When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. So when I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. So if we think of the star as the light, right? You got the star. So we're thinking about worry being replaced with optimism. When you accept the love of the universe as your primary teacher, you will be guided back to that star, to that light. And I would say love and also faith, faith that things are working out as they should. I work with that a lot with clients about, oh good, Julie, that's awesome. You're working on your degree. How cool is that? So you're being guided to the light. I love it. I work with a lot with people with, it's kind of like Gabby's book about transforming, I think it's Judgment Detox, about transforming fear to faith, or that's Universe Has Your Back, I'm sorry. Transforming your fear to faith. Like, where do you find this faith in the universe when things aren't looking like they are working out for you? So it's about believing in things that you can't always see. It's about having an inner knowing that you are part of something bigger, that we are all one. Okay, so cool, very cool. Well, Daisy, let me see. So you want to know if I sense anything that you need to know. So let's do this. Let's pull a card from Gabby's deck for you. And let's see what we come up with, okay? I'm thinking about worry too. For you, but let's see. My energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. So this is a huge one. I think what kind of comes up for you, I'm trying to see it so you can read it. What kind of comes up for you is worry, that change that energy of worry into something else. It's wasted energy. I think we all know that, right? That worry is wasted energy. We all have a hard time with it though. So, your energy is creating your reality. So make sure that you're working on, instead of worry, you're working on gratitude. You're working on raising your energy, raising your vibration, because they say your external world, is a reflection of your internal world. So if your internal world is feeling worried or clinging to things, then your external world is going to seem pretty chaotic. So spending some time in meditation and prayer, getting your monkey mind to calm down, and finding some faith in the universe so you can go out there and see, and your external world will start matching with your internal world. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Let me know. Okay, Moon Shadows, yes, I will pull one for you. We'll do, coming up with your clinical rotation. Oh, good luck, Julie. All my good energy to you. Okay, Moon Shadows, yes, let's do one. Oh, thank you, Erica. My necklace. I got this from, now I'm going to remember, Ballroom Leaf. Oh, Daisy, good. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad. Thank you so much. If you ever feel like sending me a message too, do it. Yes, this necklace, it's Cinderella's Castle. It's by Ballroom Leaf. So my husband got it for me for, I almost said Thanksgiving, for Valentine's Day. So Erica said, good job, Craig. He did good. Yes, he did. Okay, so Moon Shadows, this is for you, and I'm going to pull, I know you know about tarot, so I don't have to explain it to you, right? So I'm going to pull one from Animal Tarot for you. This is for Moon Shadows. Okay, this you got the King of Summer. That trustworthy little penguin that takes care of all of their little animals. So it says, a trustworthy person or relationship enters your life. You may receive wise and compassionate advice from someone who speaks directly from the heart. So this is a little bit different from that card earlier, Erica, that said that somebody might deliver a message that's not so, that doesn't have so much couth. This is saying that somebody's going to deliver you a message that speaks directly from the heart. And that a relationship, it could be somebody that's entering your life or somebody that's already in your life, that you're going to receive wise and compassionate advice. So I think sometimes if we're just aware of this and we're open to it and we know that we're going to receive the advice instead of shrugging it off. Okay, cool, Moon Shadows. Well, let's do a oracle card for you too, Moon Shadows. Okay. If you guys ever want me to send you a picture of the card, let me know. Send me a message. Okay, Moon Shadows, this is a good one. I get this one sometimes. Attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. So this is just saying that when you have people in your life who are attacking, if you're experiencing pain and fear, any form of judgment that you're experiencing from somebody else or to somebody else, they're merely calls for help. So look at them as everything. A Course in Miracles says everything is either love or a call for love. So anybody who's like not treating you nicely is actually a call for love, a call for help. I know that. I know that's not always. I can't always get that. Not all the time. I'm getting better at it though. So okay, cool, Moon Shadows. I'm glad that was helpful. Okay, awesome. Daisy says she's working on the law of attraction for positive, good vibrations for her spirit and mind. Awesome. So that really went right along with what we were saying in that card that you got about how your energy creates your reality. And some people, might ask for these. I might pull them a card, and they might not be ready for that card, Daisy. So it's cool that you got that card. It means that you are ready for it, and you are ready to receive the message. So thanks for the feedback. Thanks for letting me know. That's pretty awesome. It's the universe is responding to what you're doing because it knows. Otherwise, you wouldn't have gotten that card. Okay. Well, it's been so nice like I said, this is my favorite part of the week. I never want to hang up with you guys. So, but we're gonna have to, I guess. So I don't see anything else going on. Prudence has a third eye on top of her head. She does. That's her third eye. This dog, she's too much. She's ridiculously cute. We can't handle it. Okay, Moon Channels, I hope everybody has a great weekend. I'm so happy. It was so much fun today. Remember, meditate with your kids. And remember our reading. I will post it also on Facebook and Instagram. Love you guys so much. Peace and love. We will see you soon. See you next week, next Friday at 11:11. Bye.